What is up, guys? It's Whiplash Wi-Fi here, narrating a battle for a friend of mine, OMGHIDE1, because he asked me to narrate this battle for him because he's too lazy to do it himself. Anyway, so here we go. So it is Yuki versus Ozzy, and he starts out with his Tyranitar, I like sand, and his opponent starts out with Milotic. So the Dragon Dance is coming, I kind of figured, but his opponent surfs, and that does about a little over half, so he cannot take two of those. So he goes for the Dragon Dance, and sandstorm goes, and shit happens, and there's some more sand and some leftovers, recoveries, and such. And since he did get the Dragon Dance up, he's gonna be faster. Goes for the Rock Slide, and the Surf comes, which is going to kill him because it did do over half last time, which could have been minimum, and it's also a critical hit, so who knows? So he goes into his Nidoking, because Nidoking's a fucking pro, and he's shiny, and it's a boss, and it's blue, and he's going to go for the Thunderbolt, which is going to kill the Milotic. I hope it's gone, because Milotic's a big pain in the ass in everything. So there's a Link standby and some shit, and he goes into his Arcanine and takes King Dude's shit down and stuff, and yeah. So he doesn't have anything he's gonna do, so he's gonna go into Mudkips, because Mudkip's a pro, and his opponent goes for the Extreme Speed, which doesn't do jack shit, because Swampert's a pro. They get the leftovers, recoveries, and everything. So he goes for the Toxic, and it's pretty good because then he can get the residual damage on the Arcanine. So the Arcanine will take damage, and he withdraws the Arcanine and goes into a Gengar who can take the Toxic because he is Poison type. So here, after the Sandstorm Reges, some shit's gonna happen, and the leftovers recovery, which is really surprising. I've never actually seen a Gengar with leftovers. So he goes for the Hypnosis, while the Mirror Coat goes from the Mudkip and shit. Yeah. So there's the Sandstorm and the more lefties recovery and more lefties recovery, and yeah, shit happens. So here, this guy goes for the Hypnosis, and Mudkip is now asleep because Mudkip was tired because he was partying all night last night. Just so you guys know, he was partying. The Sandstorm goes, and the Gengar heals his health, and I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna take a drink. And shit happens. So, since he's asleep, he's gonna switch out because he doesn't want the Dream Eater, which I think would happen. So he goes into his Armaldo, and he goes for the Shadow Ball, which doesn't do a whole lot, just because fucking Sandstorm, and he's Rock typing, which is pretty good. I don't think he has really good special defense as it is, so I don't understand why he took that as well as he did. Probably due to the Sandstorm. Anyway, so he's gonna go for the Swords Dance, and that's pretty good because then he won't take as much damage, or he'll be able to deal more damage and shit. So, oh, broke the Sleep Claws. What the fuck? And so there's the Sleep Claws broken. I would have left. I'd have shut it off. 'Cause that's bullshit. I don't even want to do this anymore. So he goes for the Rock Blast. Since he's asleep, he's probably not going to do it. And yeah. So his opponent switches into a Jolteon. And he says that, I was like, what the fuck, broken Sleep Claws? He's like, yeah, I know, but it didn't really matter. I was like, alright, whatever. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna believe you. Anyway, so he wakes up and goes for the Earthquake after the Rain Dance is up, which is definitely going to kill the Jolteon because Jolteon has shitty ass special defense, or defense in general. So yeah. Yeah. So he goes into his Zangoose, and the rain is still going, which really sucks. So he's gonna go for the Swords Dance because since he is the rock typing and Zangoose is 9 times out of 10 physical sweeper, shit happens, and he goes for the Substitute on the Swords Dance, which is really good because then he gets a plus up, and Rock Blast, I believe, is pro. His opponent goes for the Swords Dance, and he goes for the Rock Blast, and he misses, which sucks. So he goes for another Swords Dance, and Rock Blast hits, which I hope to God this breaks the sub. And it breaks the sub, which is really good. So now he's gonna get another hit, which hopefully that's gonna do a lot. And that does way over half, and that's gonna kill the Zangoose, which is really good because now he doesn't have to worry about the setup anymore, since there now is no setup. On the switch, he's waiting. He's just chilling here, you know. His opponent goes into the Gengar, and since he's already got a Pokemon to sleep and he's already broken the Sleep Claws, I'm pretty sure he's going to break the Sleep Claws again! Let's find out. Sleep Claws, Sleep Claws, Sleep Claws! Yeah, so, no, he goes for the Shadow Ball this time, which is good because it doesn't do jack shit. And here's the Rock Blast, which is going to do a shit ton. 2-hit KO, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it real. Just real, you know? And, yeah. So, his opponent goes into the Arcanine. I think this is a 5-0 battle. I don't know. I don't even know. Right now it looks like 5-0. He gets the Leftovers, which is good. And his opponent's got the Arcanine. And since he is Bug, or since he does... I don't even know what I'm saying. Since he does have the Earthquake, it's going to be really good for him because then he's going to be able to OHKO the Arcanine. So, it's pretty good. So his opponent goes for the Flamethrower, which isn't gonna kill because fucking this thing's a fucking beast. He goes for the Earthquake, and that does indeed kill the Arcanine, which is really good because the Arcanine is dead and I don't have to worry about anything else. No, since the Arcanine is dead, that means he's gonna go into I think he has 2 Pokemon left. I'm not even sure. I cannot remember. I wasn't paying much attention. Oh yeah, so I think he's got 2 left. You know, he has 1 left, and it's a Crobat, and basically, all he has to do is go for the Rock Blast, but he switches. I don't know why, but he switches. Poison Fang. What the fuck is Poison Fang gonna do? Oh, physical, okay. Yeah, I understand now. So he's got the Leftovers, he's got the Ice Beam and the Thunderbolt. He can pick either one will do a shit ton of damage, and... damage done. If he doesn't die, why the hell did it not die? Crobat is a bitch. What I have to say to that. Crobat is a bitch. Anyway, so he's going to go for the Flamethrower, and hopefully that is going to kill, and that is going to be the match with my boy OMGHIDE1 winning and his opponent losing. So, it was a good battle.